Once upon a time, in a world where flowers whispered to the winds and tree branches hugged the clouds, lived a curious forest fairy named Maleficent. Now, dear reader, forget what you think you know about Maleficent. This isn't a tale of darkness, but rather one of unexpected friendships and magical quests. Maleficent, you see, wasn't always the intimidating figure seen in grown-up tales. She was once just like any other fairy, with a heart full of dreams and a fluttery pair of wings. Our story begins at dawn in the enchanted woods, when the sun tickled the dewdrops on leaves and birds practiced their morning serenades. Maleficent, dressed in misty greens and purples, had a day like no other planned. She was on a quest to steal a friend. No, not in a mischievous way, but rather in her own special, magical way. The forest was home to many creatures, but Maleficent had always been fascinated by the Willow Wisps, tiny floating orbs filled with the heart's light and laughter. They could make even the grimmest of places glow with joy. Maleficent set off, determined to find the wisest of them all, Glimmer, who could dance with the moonlight and light up the darkest nights. Now, Maleficent wasn't just anyone. Despite her young fairy wings, she had a knack for magic spells, especially ones that involved a little hocus-pocus and a lot of rhymes. As she meandered through the wildflower paths, she chanted spells to keep the mischievous squirrels from tickling her with acorns and the tricky foxes from swiping her with bushy tails. Suddenly, from behind the elder tree, a glow emerged. It was Glimmer. But Glimmer wasn't alone. He was surrounded by Snickerdoodle, the always laughing chipmunk, and Brumble, the grumpy yet golden-hearted bear. Maleficent was excited and slightly nervous. "Oh Glimmer, dear friend of the moon and giggles," Maleficent began, "I've come to ask a favor, to add your light to my life, if I may be so bold." Glimmer blinked with infinite patience. "Why, young fairy, why seek light whilst morning sun itself bows hello?" Maleficent twirled her fingers, making light patterns in the air. "To journey with me into the mountain of whispers, where old stories are frozen in time," she said. "The crystals there, they capture souls, but release stories only with the light of a willing heart." Snickerdoodle scampered forward. "Oh ho, an adventure. Count me in. Who wouldn't want to see old stories dance?" Brumble grunted. "Stories are nice and all, but can't we just snooze under the berry bushes?" The scene was set, and off they ventured. The hike was not without its challenges. They faced tricky paths of tangled vines, rivers with playful currents, and spiders with webs like isles of mystery. However, Maleficent, armed with her spell-laden leaf scrolls, guided them through each task with wit and whimsy. When they finally reached the Mountain of Whispers, the entrance looked like a giant mouth waiting to tell secrets. Courage swelling, Maleficent sprinkled fairy dust, Glimmer shimmered brightly, Snickerdoodle squeaked joyfully, and even Brumble managed a soft chortle. The cave hummed in response. And with a sweep of magic, the crystal stories gleamed, each narrating tales of past heroes, forgotten loves, and timeless adventures. As Maleficent's friends watched in awe, they discovered the most beautiful story. It was of a lonely fairy who wrapped herself in shadows and guarded a treasure of heart.